Hello, good morning. Good.
Okay, cool guys. Okay, so in the last session we have seen with respect to the we stopped at the mass changes, right? Before that we had a look at your position management, generation of your position sequence number, how to configure your position object, and how to assign people, how you are going to assign people to the position, the incumbents, nothing but, and how to write your business rules using the business rules engine. So those are different things that we have seen in the last session, right? So in continuation that we started working on the mass changes. So mass changes is one of the tool provided by success factors to carry out any of the changes to the employee records in a bulk fashion. So we did initiated the mass changes to change the employee standard weekly hours and specific to San Mateo location. But on that day, somehow it didn't work up right. So what I'm going to do, like I'm going to recreate the same configuration with respect to your mass changes, guys, and we'll see whether it will work or not today in today's session, guys. So in order to the place where you are going to do the mass changes configuration is go to your administration tools, and from the administration tools go to your employee files, and once you are in the employee files you can see here manage mass changes. This is the option that you have to choose to create mass changes, and here you have an option to create mass changes. Click on that, and here give any name, guys. Let's say I want to give a name of like job information change, and let me select. Give me a second, guys. Let me log into and find out an employee. 1 or 2 employees more than sufficient, guys. We have the other day we have selected 180 employees, guys. Let me go and find. Let me get the employee groups, guys, so that we can easily. Okay, no problem. Let me create it here. And I'm going to classify based on the, let's say based on the location, and I want to select, you can see here, New York, and let me see like how many employees are there. There are 5 employees, guys. You can see here, there are 5 employees here, and for these 5 employees, we are going to verify the changes, guys. Let me take a note of them. So you created a group for the New York employees, guys. So effective date is, let me keep it backdated, guys. And what I'm going to change, like in the job information, let me select another thing, job classification, guys. So what I'm going to set is like job classification to, let's say I want to set all of these employees belongs to New York as let's say engineers, whatever it may be, guys. You can see here I want to select it as like job classification change, or job reclassification, guys. You can see here, that's fine. I want to go with the job information, job classification change to engineers for all the New York employees, guys. That is what I'm going to do here. And effective dated, I taken backdated because the other day we have selected the current day, and I'm not sure, guys, whether it is effective in the midnight, or I'm not pretty sure about that. That is the reason I backdated to make sure that everything is correct with respect to our configuration to create the mass changes. And I have to save and initiate that, guys. You can see here. Yeah, you see here the initiated, and we can go ahead and verify the job. What is the status of this job? Monitor jobs. It's not yet started, guys. You can also check the status under the mass changes screen itself, guys. You see here it is initiated. It will take some time, guys, to finish this. And meanwhile, instead of looking for that to get the results out of that, let's move on to another topic, guys, which is with respect to the thing that I want to discuss in today's session is with respect to the business configuration UI. So what is your business configuration UI? As I told you earlier.
Raghu, just one question. Sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Raghu, sorry to disturb you. Just one clarification, right? In position management, last session we discussed, that's a general object. Okay. Is there any specific?
Hey, your voice is going up and down.
Okay. Yeah. In the last session for position management.
Yep.
That's a general object, right?
Generic object, yes.
Yeah. So is there specific steps need to follow in order to give permission? I guess.
Yes, correct. Because I'm about to tell you that in the MDF, when we start with the MDF, right, metadata framework, I'll tell you like where to view your permissions to specific generic objects. And as you brought up the question, right, let me show you, guys. Go to your set user permission, and can you mute yourself, guys? Go to your manage permission roles, and once you go there, right, go to any of these roles, guys, the specific roles. If you go here and click on permissions, you see something called as miscellaneous permissions. You see here, all your metadata framework is going to come somewhere here. 1 second. Yeah, here you can see the position permissions. See whether you can create a position, insert a position, correct position, delete position, import, export position, view current, view history, all those permissions with respect to your position. Especially we spoke about position, right? The position is going to be configured here, and you can see the time account, time type, all these things are your generic objects, guys. So that is the reason you can see if you go to your permissions under the miscellaneous permissions, this is the place where you can give all the relevant permissions with respect to your metadata framework generic objects, guys. Is it clear, guys?
Okay. So since this is miscellaneous, okay. But since this is a part of the system admin, right? And this system admin is assigned to our users.
No. See, these one the miscellaneous permissions. Yes, say if you want to create a new position, so it need not be a success factor consultant, but your organization administrators want to create positions and want to delete positions or delimit the positions. Those kind of activities you can see here, you will be able to give the permissions from here. You can see miscellaneous permissions, and this is the place where you are going to give that kind of permission. And if you want to do any configuration with respect to your metadata framework, you can see here, this is the thing. Yes, you want to do the configure object definition. This is the place where you defined your object, right? The different fields of your position, or in fact any generic object, you need this access to create the generic objects or edit the generic objects or look at the fields of your generic objects, right? And your business rules.
Okay.
Yeah, Madan. Go ahead, Madan.
Sorry, I'll ask you later. One second.
Okay. Yeah, this is the place where I have to start the metadata framework. That is when I'm going to show you this metadata framework, how to, all these things are constituents of your metadata framework. So far we have used the configuration object definitions with respect to your position, and we have used the configure business rules because we wrote some rules, and today we are going to use this manage, not this one, guys. No, not this one. Okay, sorry. And so this is what we have seen, the configure object definition and the configure business rules is the one that we have seen so far, and the manage positions also we have seen, the manage sequence we have seen, like to generate your sequence numbers to your position object. Okay, and the rest of those things we'll discuss in going forward session. Okay? Probably today we'll be discussing on the business configuration UI to configure your succession data model, guys. So as I told you, yep, go ahead, guys.
Yeah, so these are the roles. Yeah, sorry. These are the roles is assigned to permission, right? But is that assigned to specifically to our users, all the users?
Yes, correct. It is already assigned to all your profiles, guys. You see here, if you go to your permission groups and all of you are placed under IT system administrator, you can see here, all of you, all my trainees are so far I had taken, right? All those things are placed under here, and you have the required permissions, guys. You can see IT admin permission role. You have all those permissions which are already granted to you. If you feel that something is missing from you, yeah, just let me know, guys, or otherwise you can just go ahead and assign it to yourself. We have gone through the RBP, right? The role-based permission framework. Yes, you can go ahead and grant yourself. No restrictions, guys. You can go ahead and play around that. Is that clear, Madan?
Okay, thank you. That's what I want to material.
Yeah,
thank you.
Okay. Yeah, coming back to the thing that we are supposed to discuss in today's session, guys, I thought of discussing with you the business configuration UI, guys. So what is this business configuration UI? As I told you earlier, the business configuration UI is an alternative to work. Rather than working on your succession data model XML file, you can work on the business configuration UI to configure your succession data model, guys. Adding fields, changing the labels of your fields, changing the properties of your fields, all those things you can do from your business configuration UI, guys. Okay, and the place where you can, how you can access your business configuration UI is, you can go ahead and you can see here, in order to access your business configuration here, go to your tool search and start typing your manage business configuration. You can see here, manage business configuration option is coming up here, and you can also find the same option. Yeah, you can see here. No, not that one, guys. Yeah, you can see here under the company settings, manage business configuration. Select this option, guys. Manage business configuration is the tool that you are going to use to work with your business configuration UI, which is called as BC UI also, guys. Right? And the moment you launch the business configuration tool here, you see here, there are at a high level, you have two different sections, guys. You see here on the left hand side, two different sections. One is employee central and another is employee profile. These two sections will help you to configure the different fields and the position on which particular portlet or view you want to place that particular fields, guys. Okay, that is how your business configuration UI is going to help you. And yes, as I told you, using your business configuration UI, you can change the labels of the fields, add different language labels with respect to your fields, activating fields, changing the properties of the fields, adding custom fields, and making some fields as the required fields. All the different things that we are supposed to do or used to do with your XML file will be able to do using your business configuration UI, guys. So when you're talking about business configuration UI tool, so what are the sequence of steps you need to follow in your organization or during your project implementation is like, yes, this is an add-on tool, and you have to activate that in your provisioning system, guys. The first thing is like, yes, you are able to see it here because I activated that in the provisioning system, and the switch associated or the feature associated to this business configuration UI in your provisioning system is, let me show you that, and then I will proceed with this thing, guys. Because it by default it is not active, guys, in your instance. You have to go to your provisioning system and activate that, guys.